Pack, Set, Go. Traveling Podcast presents Travel Star Tuesdays.
Time for birds. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
It's Travel Star Tuesdays. It is one of your most favorite hosts in the world. Not talking about Mr. Goon, Mr. Smalls, myself. And unfortunately, fortunately, Mr. Goon is still here. I have yet to find a replacement. But I do have a special guest today, Miss Cait. Bringing in, guys. Go and relax. I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay, sorry.
So we have Miss Cait. And before we get too deep into the conversation, do you happen to have social media in case you're saying something that intrigues the people? They may want to find you, follow you, see some of your travel quests. Where can they find you at, Miss Cait?
Well, hey, everybody. Thank you guys so much for having me on. I really appreciate that. This is super exciting. You guys can mainly find me on Instagram and YouTube. YouTube, it's just my name, Cait Kensel. And Instagram, the same thing, at Cait Kensel. And those are the two main platforms that I post all of my travel. Everything that I'm up to and doing is usually, generally, always on those two platforms. And on YouTube, I post every single Monday and Thursday.
Oh. That's our goal, but somebody doesn't like doing the legwork.
I wonder who that is.
I can give you a hint.
Yeah, if you don't put...
He was
I'm
dedicated
sorry.
to that
I'm
one.
sorry, Miss Kensel. I apologize for his behavior. But that's cool. That's amazing, and also it doesn't clash with our Tuesdays, which is dope.
That's true. So now all my viewers can come and watch you guys on Tuesday.
And watch you on Monday.
Aha, there you go. I love
and Thursday.
I really love it.
Cross branding. I'm learning that word.
Yes, cross branding. Yeah, and collaboration. All of it is very important.
Well,
Speaking of collaboration, Speaking of collaborations, like your pictures are really, really so dope. I'm thinking in my mind that you have a whole camera crew with you, and I've only learned because we talked off air that there is no camera crew. There is no production set. There is no lighting, sound, gaffer, nothing. It's just really just you.
It's really just me. Just me.
Can you explain how do you get these beautiful, vivid shots, and what is your process? I want to know, and I have a pen to take notes too. This is like a really
take notes
for me. I'm gonna take those right now. I'm ready. Smalls, are you ready?
I'm listening. Yes,
you guys ready?
Smalls doesn't take notes. He's lazy. I'll do it for him.
It's a very complicated process that I have learned to perfect over the years. You have to set up a tripod, put your iPhone on a tripod, and then get a little clicker and push a button, and that's how you do it. That's how I take most of my photos.
No. I can't believe it's that simple. So I go to Amazon, I get a tripod, I get a clicker, and I can get pictures like
a
these.
Joby clicker.
Joby clicker.
Yes.
So that gets you know the start on a record button.
Yeah, the iPhone 11 Pro Max is what I use, and it is it's incredible. I also I just have camera equipment. I own a production company, so I also have all the tools and gadgets too. But I do have the Lumix G7, I have the Panasonic D3300, and then I do use, for a lot of my film, the Ronin S. So I do have a lot of the fancy equipment, but honestly, to be completely honest with you guys and your viewers, you don't need the fancy equipment. You really just need a phone. And one of these. This is my best friend. I use this more than I use anything else. And this was, I think, $20. And then this part was $5. Put your phone on there. You can literally just tack this to a tree, and there you go. You can take pictures or video from anywhere. So my videos on YouTube, a lot of people think that I have a team that does it with me because you see a ton of shots of me walking past and turning around, walking the other way, my car driving away. It's all done by setting up a tripod, walking past, moving the tripod, walking past again, and then editing these clips together. So if you really truly want to have dope content on social media, you don't need to hire a photographer. You don't need to hire a team or have expensive fancy equipment. It's really unnecessary. And I have it, like I said, because I own a company that I get paid good money to produce good content for my clients. Do I use this stuff occasionally for myself? I do. What do I use 99.9% of the time? I use my cell phone. So anyone that tells you that you can't get almost 10,000 followers or almost 3,000 subscribers, or I have over 3,000 subscribers, it was all done on my phone, 100%. And I mostly edited with iMovie, which is a free program, but now I use Final Cut Pro.
iMovie?
iMovie.
I edited an Applebee's social media promotion that I got paid a crap ton of money for on iMovie. I did. Yes. So it's possible. You can do anything you want if you just have the idea.
Here I am trying to learn Sony Vegas, trying to learn Final Cut Pro, Premiere. I'm trying to learn all these editing programs, and you're telling me that on my iPhone, that free box is purple with the star. It's free on my iPhone. I do all the editing from there.
Yeah, you can edit from your iPhone. I don't. I do use a computer for that. But you know what? When I first got on my YouTube channel, I said, oh, I want to make videos. I went on eBay and bought a old MacBook Air for $300 and used the free iMovie program for 3 years on my channel and grew it up to, I think at that point, 2,500 subscribers. Now I have, from my company, I have a $5,000 computer. I use Final Cut Pro. I also did use Premiere Pro. I used DaVinci Resolve. Didn't like those two programs. So yes, now naturally I've spent a ton of money on products and services. But again, that's for my company that's making me money. My hobby can still be done on iMovie and on an old laptop. It is possible. Anybody that tells you that you need to have these certain things to gain subscribers or to gain followers, honestly, they don't know what they're talking about, because you don't need all of that. All you need is a good idea. You need Wi-Fi and a good idea and a camera or phone, and you can do whatever you want.
Wi-Fi and a good idea. I have plenty of good ideas.
Wi-Fi and a good idea.
The good idea is
Wi-Fi and a good idea. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Speaking of good ideas, now, what was your main idea behind traveling? Because looking at your YouTube and some of the stuff you put out, it was very informative and motivating. What is your motivation and things behind the traveling?
So I grew up in a small town in Florida. I'm from Jersey originally, but moved down here when I was young. And I grew up in a very small town. The average age is 63. There's not much to do. And I really thought that this is what just life was. I didn't realize that there was a whole life outside of your hometown. And the first trip I did really was a solo trip when I was 23 years old. And I went to New York City, I believe. And then after that trip, I traveled like a ton, right? Yeah, New York City. And then I traveled so much, I don't even remember. 2018, I think I was on, I think I was on 40 flights in 2018 alone. Like, I just traveled, and I had a son too, a very young son. So I just traveled so much. I just realized that life is so much bigger than myself, and I can get very self-obsessed, self-absorbed, all about me, my life, and completely disregard that there's other people living in the world. And it's very easy to do. But when you travel, even if it's in your own country, you don't even have to go. I mean, I love going overseas. I try not to do that so much now that with my son, but you can just really go to the next town over and really get out of your own head and your own space and realize that life is not always about you. There's something so much bigger happening. And I realized that through traveling. So I learned so much about myself every trip I take.
Wow.
And how many trips have you taken outside of the country? Just guess.
Outside of the country, 4 or 5 now. So not that many, because I started traveling and I was pregnant. So it all happened very, very at the same time. When I discovered my love for traveling was around the same time when I had my son. So not so much room, but lots of plans and trips to travel the world when he's a little bit older.
Definitely. So how many states you think you've been to producing content since?
Almost all of them except for Hawaii, Idaho. I have a map. North Dakota and Kansas.
Wow.
And Alaska. I was supposed to go to I had a flight to Alaska before COVID, and then that got canceled. So Alaska too.
So the states are done. The states are done.
And I still travel to different parts, but yes, the states are. And then in the middle of COVID, I took a 7,000-mile road trip. In the middle of it, I just put a mask on and was like, oh well. And I got in the car and went, and we left, and we were gone for 39 days.
That's so motivating. I tell people often. It's not about the quantity, but the quality.
Yeah, your quality of your trips.
That is amazing.
Yeah, a lot of people think, I get called a traveler all the time, but if you really think about it, I'm not that much of a seasoned traveler. Like, I've never been to Thailand. I've never been to France. I'm, never been to these really places that, travelers go to, but yet I'm considered a traveler. All my friends say, oh, look at Cait. She's always going on an adventure somewhere. So when you think of traveling, that's not necessarily meaning you have to go around the entire world.
Correct.
You just need to get out of your hometown. Get out of your hometown. You can
Say
be
it again.
considered a
Say it again. Hold on,
traveler.
hold on. Say it again. I
Yeah.
want my travel family to understand that, because people think traveling means I have to get an
Yeah.
international stamp. And that's not what it
Yeah.
means. It means leaving the comfort and the confines of your home
Yeah.
and your normal surroundings, people.
Say it again, Smalls. Say it again.
Wow.
Yeah.
No,
Leaving
you
your
you were the
county.
inspiration. You were really the
Oh,
inspiration.
thank you.
So I want you people there, my travel family,
Yeah.
listen to what Miss Kensel would just say. Because I often
Yeah.
emphasize this. I said, listen, you don't have to go to Aruba. You don't have to go to, Antigua, Thailand, China. No. You can go from California and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to Nevada. I'm going
Yep.
from Nevada. I'm going to Arizona, going to Colorado, New York. These are all wonderful
Absolutely.
places. Wow.
You should see your, you know what? We're from America. You should see your own country. Really, honestly, I really truly believe that. See your own country, see what your country is about, and then, or at the same time, go to other countries and experience their culture too. Learn your own culture, because I don't know my own culture by standing in my own county. I've learned so much by going to Chicago, New York, California, Nevada, Texas. I've learned so much about our people. Some things are good and some things are bad, of course, with America.
Agreed.
But
Agreed.
I still try to find the good, and I still try to find the commodity and the community and the brother and sisterhood everywhere I go, because I believe that we truly, as Americans, do want that. We do. It's just we're a little dumb sometimes. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Ignorance is bliss. I often say that.
Yeah, yes, 100%. Sometimes it is. And so I try to find the best, everywhere I go. But yeah, get out of your county. Just get out of your county and see the cool people you meet. Because I have met some of the greatest people I've ever met in my life by just hop and skip and jump to another state. And it changed my life.
Let me ask you. Wait, I'm sorry, Smalls. I'm sorry, Smalls.
I didn't mean to cut you off, brother, but she said
Yeah.
something about the best. Now,
Yeah.
that word in itself. Now, you've gone to a couple of countries. What we say is your best thus far?
The best state. The best state.
The best state or the best country?
I want to say, let me do mine first. Can I do mine first? Thank you.
Okay.
What's the best state you ever been to? Because I want to go there and make sure I've been there if you pick the right state.
Well, so I'm all about experiences, and so I'd have to go off of experience. And I met my greatest best friend in the entire world in New York City at a bar one night. And his name is Christian Smeltzer, and he has changed my life. He's my brother.
Hey, Christian, what up, Christian?
Yeah, Christian. And I met him sitting at a bar waiting for my train. And next thing you know, I said, oh, I carry around a bucket list everywhere I go. So there's a bucket list of all the things I want to do. And I pulled it out that night and I said, snowboarding's my number one. And he said, I'll take you snowboarding. And I never met this guy before. He's 6'9". He's this huge guy. I never met him before in my life. And I go, yeah, I want to go snowboarding. He goes, book your flight back to New York City. We're going to go in 2 weeks. And we're going to go stay in an Airbnb upstate New York. And we're going to go snowboarding. And I went, okay, hold on. I called my husband. There's this random guy who wants to go snowboarding with me. Can I come back to New York City in 2 weeks? And my husband's like, yeah, just don't get killed. I said, all right. I looked at him. I said, you're going to kill me? You're going to murder me? And he said, no, I'm not going to murder you. And I said, okay. And I booked my flight right back to New York City, and we went snowboarding. I broke my ankle in half. That was not the most pleasant. But that dude has been my best friend through thick and thin for the last 2.5 years, and I met him in New York City. So I have to say New York City just because of my experience there.
Wonderful.
What a story. Wow.
Yeah. I'm a little dangerous sometimes,
Go ahead,
what can I say?
Well, danger is good. Danger is good. Danger is my best friend.
I've done some crazy stuff. I don't recommend it, but yeah, I've been protected. Thank you, Buddha. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, whatever. Thank you, Universe. I've been protected, but yes. So I would definitely say New York City for me on that.
Buddha got your back.
Yes, Buddha
has you protected.
Back.
Keep on living life. Keep on striving. Let's go skydiving soon.
I've already been. Let's go. I'll do it again.
I can't go, unfortunately.
Mr. Smalls is too heavy.
I was going to say, your name is Smalls, but you look very tall. I don't know how tall you are, but I'm going to...
He should try, because Buddha has his back.
Oh, no, I've tried multiple times. When you go tandem, they say, hey, this many kilograms, and I exceed about, I'm about 50 kilograms too heavy, if not more every time. I'm a big guy.
Well, let's wherever you are, I'll meet you. We can go run a 5K or something. We'll help you out. We'll get you skydiving. Come on, we'll do it. We'll do it as a fam, guys.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sounds like a plan. Let's
do it.
But now you also mentioned now there was a couple of countries that you've gone to abroad. Now, what would you say is your number one country thus far?
You're going to make fun of me. You guys will, because you're gonna be like, why? But I began in my experience. So I'm going to have to say Canada. I went into my number one bucket list item before the snowboarding, because I crossed it off and then it was snowboarding. But my number one since I was 14 years old was to go to Lake Moraine. Are you guys familiar with Lake Moraine, Canada? Banff? Yeah. That was my number one. I saw a picture of it in a book. I was about 14 years old in class. And I said, that doesn't exist. That's Photoshopped. And someone said, that's not Photoshopped. The water really looks like that. And I spent my whole life going, it's not real. It's fake. It's da-da-da-da. And so I finally had the opportunity to go. And I went for 13 days and I hiked for days. It was one of the most amazing trips I ever taken. And I went there and I climbed up the little mountain to go to Lake Moraine. And I got there. I was with one of my best girlfriend, Emily Burke. And she's my photographer, by the way. So some of my pictures are from her as well. She's amazing. Shout out to Emily.
Hey, Emily.
Hey, Emily. So we walked up this mountain and all of a sudden it opened up and I saw the water and the mountains and the trees. And when I tell you guys, I sobbed. And I don't cry very often. I'm not a big crier. And I sobbed. I just couldn't stop myself from crying because I never in my life had seen something so beautiful, so pure, so natural. And I was so overwhelmed by that moment that out of all of my traveling experiences, I've never felt that overwhelmed. I've never felt that feeling again. So I would have to say Banff, Canada is somewhere I've never been since, but I would love to go back. But that was probably one of the most phenomenal experiences as far as traveling goes.
Nice. Well, I mean, speaking about where we have to go again, is we have to do another interview with you because I need to pull out some more caveats about.
There's so much.
I have a list already for the post interview. I have a list already.
Yes, and no, I would love to come back on, and I would love to share a little bit about my journey with you guys. I actually recently became sober. I lost everything. Now I'm regaining everything back. Been diagnosed with mental illness. It's been quite the roller coaster ride, but I'm still on the upside of it. I'm still alive. I'm still living, and I'm here to prove to people, no matter what obstacles you face, no matter what, I've been through bankruptcy, mental illness, addiction, everything. And I'll tell you what, it won't stop you what you want out of life, you can get it. You just have to want it and work for it.
Well said. Well
said. That's going to be part 2 of our travel trip. But you know how you take a plane to one destination and you catch the returning flight. So on the returning flight with Ms. Kensel, we're going to delve into certain areas and topics, which are going to be even more inspirational, more motivational, and all importantly, it's going to inspire you to keep doing your life. Live your life. Continue the journey, people.
How about this? Let's do this. Because I like to put people on the spot sometimes because it motivates myself.
Okay.
We're going to record the return leg of this trip. And then you either going to help me edit the video so I can learn from you.
Okay.
Which will help me help others. You see how it helps?
I like that.
You see the cycle of helping, the circle of life?
I do.
Since you're a content creator, I'll be Simba. Yeah. So, because you have a gift and a skill set that I need.
Okay, I'm here for you. Anything you need. And
Smalls doesn't have it because he's lazy. Yes.
I doubt that. I'm going to stick up for Smalls now. I doubt that. I think he's got other talents to bring to the table.
Yes, I'm a phenomenal dancer.
I don't like.
There you go.
Phenomenal dancer. I enjoy Italian food. I enjoy Thai food, Indian food. I like long walks in the park.
Do you like unicorns too? Waiting for that.
Who doesn't love a unicorn?
Okay, there we go. It was complete. That was complete.
Now that's perfect. That's perfect. But can you edit that video
after you? Huh?
Can you edit that video after? Can you?
Oh, prepare for landing. Okay, guys. Well, it's been an amazing journey as always, people.
I love you guys.
Ms. Kensel, once again, where could a family find you at to see some of your all-inspiring, inspirational trips, videos, photos, and tips? Where can they find you at once again?
Find me over on YouTube, youtube.com/Cait Kensel, CaitKuentzel, and the same with Instagram @Cait Kensel, and you can find everything. And honestly, guys, I like to end every podcast or any type of anytime where anybody new is going to see this. Send me a DM. Takes me a while to get to my DMs, but send me one, especially if you're going through anything with addiction, mental health, questions about traveling, questions about starting your own YouTube channel, any questions you have, please hit me up. I love to talk to you guys. I love to build relationships with everybody that I get to meet. So my DMs are always open and I do respond. So hit me up.
That's a fact.
Well, that is wonderful. Well, welcome to the Lifestyle Brother family, Miss Cancel.
Thank you. I'm honored.
Our guests become family. Just like our listeners here, these are our family members. These are the guys who help fill the seats on these huge commercial planes to reach amazing destinations and journeys, people. So before this plane gets ready for landing, make sure that you follow the Lifestyle Brothers as well. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. It's real simple. The Lifestyle Brothers. Eventually it's going to be The Lifestyle Brother. Just myself. But in the meantime, The Lifestyle Brothers. Cancel. Shh, you didn't hit. If you put that face mask. Anyway, people, the most important one that I really enjoy is www.thelifestylebrothers.com. And like I said, people, continue your journey in life no matter how far or how near. Just most importantly, go see the world through a new set of eyes. It's about waking up sometimes in a new place, a new destination, to really bring it all in and to expand your horizons. So you already know what I'm going to tell you. Fly far, fly often, fly frequently, but most importantly, fly. The journey starts one step at a time. So until next time, people, live your life. Enjoy it. The Lifestyle Brothers.
We've been cleared for landing. On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us and have a pleasant day.
Big shout out to all our family and friends and fellow travelers. We appreciate your support. It's the Lifestyle Brothers, baby. Goon and Smalls.